see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful.
Hello, everybody out there. This is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Network with the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show, and I am Skip.
And I'm Sha'ron, the Princess of Chocolate and Sparkles. And today is Saturday, correct?
Yep.
I always
Saturday.
get mixed up at Tuesday, Saturday. Well, that's a good thing. I love weekends.
Yeah?
Weekends are cool. Weekends are cool. We got, Jeannie's on. Linda's on. Scorpio, which is Allison, right? Allison's on. Right?
Where?
And Wendy. Yeah. Boy, they're on time today. Look at that.
Yeah.
We were
Linda
late.
says no show today. No,
Where? Oh, no, we're on.
we're just a minute late.
Yeah. We were putting up the picture of our stone.
And Crystal's on, and Debbie joined in.
Yeah, it is the last Saturday of September, Debbie says. Yes, it is. 28th of September. Wow. How time flies. I think I'd be tired by now. But anyway, this is the 28th. It's a Saturday. You take that into the numerological aspects of what that is, and it comes out to a 9. So it's an endings and beginning day. So it's like a cleanup day. So it's a good day to clean your closets, straighten up your wardrobe, think about things and the way you are and the way you don't want to be and the way you want to be, and get rid of stuff that keeps you from doing either. And just get ready for brand new things and brand new beginnings to come in.
Patricia Francisco joined from Whidbey Island.
Oh, cool.
And Wendy says we're getting our second moon this weekend.
Is that a good thing?
Second moon in the month.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
If
Debbie
it,
could tell me if that's a good thing. I don't know about that stuff.
if it wasn't illegal, we could give you a couple of more moons.
Well, we
Wendy,
could,
but
yes.
We'd get in trouble for that.
Yes, we would. Yep, we'd get yanked right off. Well, I don't know. This is a podcast. Can't you do anything you want on a podcast?
No.
Oh. Anyway, second moon. Wow. So if you guys are, any of you out there are really kind of sensitive to the moon energy, I suppose get ready for a little ride when the moon goes full.
Yep.
Yeah. Some it's a good thing. Some it could be a bad thing. Makes you a little emotional, little, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Moody, maybe? For lack of a better word. Jeannie. Oh, let's see. Is there anything I missed before I go
No,
down to Jeannie?
I read all that.
Okay, so I'm hearing like I'm in a barrel again. I don't know why. Is there something that I can do?
Is that better?
It's louder, but I still feel like I'm talking in a barrel.
Well, I don't
Okay,
know.
well, anyway, I can hear it. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Jeannie says, Denny Creek Snoqualmie is where they come for free, and my maintenance, huh?
Oh, it's where her maintenance man goes for the crystals.
Oh, okay. I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess at Denny Creek in Snoqualmie, I thought so. So I thought, remember when I said, is it Snoqualmie? Denny Creek, I've heard a lot of people go there and they actually dig for crystals and kind of pan for maybe gold or something. And you can camp for free. And if I was younger, I wish I'd known about it because I would have went up there and done that. I don't think I have the agility and the fortitude that I need to go hiking now to try to do that. But would that be a fun thing to do?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it would be back in the day, but I don't think I'll do it now. But thank you, Jeannie, for that. I was thinking it was somewhere in Snoqualmie.
Wendy explained the second moon.
Okay.
It's going to be it's a rock that came flying in from space and it's orbiting us for a couple months.
Oh, that's
I
what the
remember
second
reading
moon is.
about that.
Oh, okay. Well, so it's not the moon. They're just giving it that analogy.
Right.
I see.
It's like another moon. It's orbiting Earth.
I gotcha. Okay.
All
right. Thank you for that.
Allison says she sent a picture from the sky the other night. She couldn't believe the colors. Did we get that?
Sent them
To our email, I guess.
Email or on Messenger or what? Because I don't remember seeing it, but maybe I didn't check.
Wendy says she loves your glasses.
Thank you. Let's see if I missed something here.
Second moon, Denny Creek, chunk of rock. Yep. Okay, we're up to date.
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay.
So we'll have to, unless it's, wait a minute, maybe it's, oh, here it is. Brand new message just came in. Okay, I hadn't seen it yet. Okay, so let's see if I can go to it.
While she's doing that, I want to tell you guys to watch the show on the archives if you get a chance. All of our shows are archived on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Those are the live broadcasts, but they're archived on YouTube and on any podcast app that you use. We have a YouTube channel. But anyhow, you can go to any podcast app you have, type in Psychic Spectrum Radio, and listen to the shows from the past. Also, Justin is with us. Says, hi, you guys. You know anything about the Joshua Tree?
Now, are we talking the Joshua Tree National Park, or is it something else?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What are you talking about there, Justin? Time?
Yeah, is it something else, or you're talking about the national? It's the national
park.
I just know of it existing. We've never been there, and I've never really read anything on it. But that, that's just me. If you'd like to inform us of some stuff, that'd be fun.
I've read that there's a lot of people who
is that the one where they all disappearing? That's where.
That's not.
That's not the only one. Of them. Yeah, because I think Yellowstone has had some too. But that reminds me. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was going to search for the guy's name again that made that movie about the disappearing people. I really wanted to see if we could get a hold of him and maybe do an interview or something. But I'd forgotten his name, and so
Google it.
Thank you for bringing that up to me again. That just made my memory. But anyway, so but no, I don't. Oh, here, I heard that it has strong energy vortexes, many UFO sightings. Yeah, I can probably believe that's true.
But you know what's weird?
I could believe that because it's
all of the national parks have that same thing. Every single one of those.
I wouldn't
UFO sightings, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the energy vortexes, and connections to the earth chakras. Usually that's because they're on ley lines.
Well, listen to you.
Yeah, I read.
You read. So, but that's kind of cool. So that's kind of, I got to find that thing. I want to get back. Thank you for that again. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Also, we have to say hi to everybody.
That's what I was going to say.
Because we haven't said hi. Hello to all our peeps. John in Tacoma, we're with you, man. Just whenever you're ready, give us a call. And also, you're in our prayers, and you're in my prayer list for now. And Johnny Dollar in New York, whatever you're doing, and Derek, wherever you are, hello to all of you and all our peeps that come to the showcase and listen all around the world. That's so cool. And then, I'm trying to find a way to kind of shorten the housekeeping part. So I'm thinking if you're interested in any of the things that we do, go to the psychicspectrum.com website, and you could read all about it there. And if you have any questions, there's a contact page. Just feel free to type in a question and send it to us. So,
and one more thing, share this broadcast right now. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, share it and give us a share. And if you want to, you can go to YouTube, our YouTube channel. Just type in Psychic Spectrum Radio, then subscribe to it. Click on the little bell, and you'll get a notification every time we go live that we're going to have a show.
Yeah, I mean, it's that way you don't have to remember it all the time. Oh, here we go. I got the picture. Okay, I got the picture from Allison. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. I don't know if I can. I'll try putting it on the camera, but there. See? No, it doesn't show it like it does. It takes a lot of the oranges out.
Yeah, back up a little and hold still.
Nope, doesn't show the oranges. But right here at the tree line, it's really orange and pretty. I wish you could see it, but you can't. But that is a pretty picture. It's kind of like it looks like everything's on fire.
Send that to me. That'd be a good background.
It's kind of like everything's on fire.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, Allison, for that. You don't have any actual experiences there in that national park, do you, Justin? I'm calling you Justin because that's how you're coming through to us. If you're not Justin, I apologize for that. But other than that, we've got, Talking to the Other Side's coming up. That's the only biggie that we really need, I think, to mention right now, is because it's next weekend.
That's next weekend.
So I think it's October
And
5th.
it's a local event
Yeah.
only. It's not online.
No.
All of the other ones are online.
Yeah,
this one's
one-
local.
Yeah, this one's local. But then that on the October 4th is the UFO Sasquatch Watch. So those two big things
Yep.
are coming up at the end of next week. So, that's enough of that.
And go to our website right down there in the corner on the bottom, psychicspectrum.com, and all of the events are listed there. You can take part in them. You can come with us, whatever you want to do.
So we have had some, readings and things since then. And because of that, the card of the day, we used the cards. And you don't remember what card it was on Tuesday. I can't tell you.
I can't remember.
So let's just pull whatever's going to go on between now and next Tuesday and see what's out there for us
Okay.
going on.
So close your eyes.
I don't have to close my eyes.
I'm going to hold the deck up.
Okay. You put it way over there, didn't you?
No,
I know you.
really.
50 years.
It's right there.
I know. Okay, let's see which one we should pick. Ooh, it feels good in here. That one.
Okay.
So what's coming up?
Like it or not, but you'll mostly like it. If you've been stalled on things, if you've been debating whether you should or how, this card, the literal translation is about movement, changes, progress, future, and trust. Okay, and what that means is go ahead, go do what you want to do, get it going, step into something. This is a good time between now and next Tuesday's show at 1 o'clock to get things going, get them rolling, and do some things that you guys can benefit from. So don't, whether you want to end something, you want to start something, you want to change something, you want to move something, now's your time. It's a good time to do it. Things will go very well. But remember the words: movement, changes. If you make changes, progress, future, and trust. Trust that it will work.
And I find it very cool that I picked that card on a 9-day, where it's endings and beginnings, clearing out.
Yeah.
So moving things, changing things, trusting that if you get rid of something better is going to come in.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that's cool.
What else do you got on your agenda?
Well, we're down to the stone.
Oh,
Which,
wait.
if you have the picture, I'm going to go with blue lace agate today. And it's a light blue. It's a pretty blue. I love that blue. Isn't that pretty? Mm-hmm. It's all about serenity, communication, and nurturing. It relates to the throat chakra, and I'm still on my soapbox about trying to raise the vibrations and get this world to see that we all can be in it and be okay and not have to hate and kill and do everything else. And because it relates to the throat chakra, I thought it'd be a good stone to come up with because we need to watch how we talk. We really need to think and let it go. Like I saw on Facebook the other day, before you say something, let it go through 3 gates. Like, is it true? Is it going to hurt anybody? And does it really need to be said or something like that? But I mean, however you want to put it, think about what you're saying and how your people are going to react to it and how they're going to feel after it's out there, because you can't take it back once you said it. The element is water, so naturally it deals with serenity of the emotions, and it can also, once again, that's kind of funny you got that card, but it can help you step out and do new things. So don't be afraid to try new things or get rid of old things and, just what you were talking about earlier. And if you put with this stone, put the aquamarine stone with it, because aquamarine energy is with the ocean. So that's looking at the big picture. I'm thinking that would probably send out a really high dose of vibrational energy to the world, that we should really start thinking before we speak, think before we act, and start being the higher vibrational people that God meant us to be. I really, truly believe that.
Mexitrends says hi, and Allison says that card relates.
Good. Because with that card and the number for today, and, it's like the universe is trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Like, open your eyes, open your ears, and I gave you a brain, so think. Don't just accept what everybody says on either side or what the world thinks. think for yourself and be proud you still can. I'll get off my soapbox.
Okay.
But that's
Allison has a question.
wait. I have the affirmation first, though, because this stone also it helps you lean toward the unknown, and not be so leery of it, and it also can help you have serenity when you go into the unknown, when you're starting brand new things. So the affirmation for that is, my spirit is strong enough to face the unknown.
Okay.
And I think that's a cool thing to think about. But that's it.
You want to take Allison's question?
Well, sure, because we're done with, I just had to finish that up.
She says, can you do a Bigfoot outing on live? Then it would be like I could be there with you. Yes and no.
It'd be awful dark. Because we don't have those green lights, do we? We don't have the nighttime.
We have it on one of our video cameras, but to do that, I would have to take the video camera that has night vision on it, and I would have to take my laptop along and connect it to the laptop so you could see it on the live broadcast. And then I'm sitting there all night operating cameras and computers, and I'm not doing the Bigfoot hunting and what.
You may not have you may not have a connection up there.
Well, and that's the other thing. That's a good point. Where we go, there's not always a connection.
Yeah, our phones don't work.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the internet would work.
Some people's do. Like, if some people that are on AT&T actually get a signal up there because there's a national park there, and that's what the national, not the national, but the federal government tends to use as AT&T because they have a different settings for their networks. Anyhow, there's not always a picture. She says that's why me and my kids are estranged because I shot my mouth off out of anger. Who said that?
Allison.
I know, but what's that refer to?
Oh, well, we're talking about the stone where it affects the throat chakra, and you should think before you speak. You know what? It happens. Hopefully, it happened to it's either a lesson or a blessing for either one of you or both of you. But don't think I don't think it's damage forever. Mm-hmm. I think feelings were hurt, and that's why you did it out of anger. But I mean, give it some time. Give it some time. They will let things calm down. It may take a while, but let it calm down. And you can always, love can fix a lot of things.
Yeah. In time.
In time, yeah.
But she's a Scorpio, and they tend to do that.
Well, Scorpios have that stinger for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But her children should know that by now, because I'm sure they grew up with her. And she should know that if she does sting, then it's really important to her. So maybe the kids should listen and explain things. Don't have to agree with her, but explain what their side is, and then come to a agreeing to disagree moment or something. But
you know how we always talk about you come in and you choose the circumstances you're in? Mm-hmm. I wonder if that is part of it. Like did the kids come in to choose to
stand up for themselves?
Stand up for themselves against that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you choose to come in and be the person who did that so that they could learn to stand up? Or who knows?
Or did she come in to learn to stand up for herself and came in being a Scorpio so that she could have that power she needed to do it?
Who knows? Only that person can figure that out.
Yeah. But I really think love will overcome everything, but you're going to have to give it time.
Okay,
take the guilt out.
I have to show this. This is from Debbie. Whoever said second moon, I don't know what they're referring to. They're referring to the little meteor that is flipping around the Earth, coming in for a couple months, and then it's going to go out. It's just going to go around like the moon does. It was a sarcastic thing about a second. That's what they're calling it, is a second moon.
But we actually learned something.
Yeah, but they are right. It is a second moon because the Earth and the moon. I mean, the moon is just a rock going around the sun, a giant one, and
Debbie
this
says,
one
"Oh,
is just a small one. So,
yeah." I didn't know it either, Deb. So
but we do have a solar eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse on the 2nd.
do we?
Yeah. So, which is close to the 4th, which when we're going to be up in the mountains.
I'm not going to be on the subject forever, but with Scorpio here, this could be a learning time for all of you. You need to kind of, if you can just sit down quietly by yourself and think about the whole thing and what brought it up, how come it got to that level, what was said, how did you feel? It's a learning curve for everybody. And that means you all have to be mature enough to think about it and not that you're not mature. I don't mean that, but I mean, if we can step back, like my mom would say, get behind a tree and watch yourself go by. Yeah. You could see maybe what caused it or why they thought the way they did or why they said what they said that made you say what you said. It could be a learning curve, and then you can move forward from that. So don't be afraid to look at that and really kind of deal with it and just see what happened. I mean, truly.
Okay.
Yeah. Things like that could be really blessings in disguise.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to look at it, admit the wrong, see the right, and then move forward. Nobody's perfect. There's no non-dysfunctional families in this world, including ours. And there's no perfect person in this world. That person died over 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and we're not close. We're not even close to that one. But, so don't beat yourself up, learn from it. And if the opportunity comes across again, open the door, or if they open the door, walk through lovingly and go for it.
This is weird.
But
don't you find it weird or different that there's nobody from the UK on today?
No.
Our friend from Egypt hasn't said hi. Our friend from the UK, from London, Ireland.
Who's Mexitrend?
Mexitrend is local to us,
okay.
actually.
Okay, I couldn't remember where she was from, or he was from, whichever one it is.
It's she, I'm pretty sure. Mexitrend.
I was trying to read the one that says that's too much work, but you moved it. I don't know where it is now. Oh, here it is. That's too much work, LOL. I thought it would be nice to hear what you hear, if anything. Oh, okay. But you came in for this. You don't have to make it a month-long thing. Just sit down and think about it and deal with it and admit where maybe you were wrong and admit where they were wrong. And you may have to agree to disagree, but it doesn't have to be where you can never talk to each other again.
Aaron says hi from Twitch.
Oh, good. I don't know where maybe they're having. Don't back up. Sometimes Catherine from Ireland comes on late.
Yeah.
And sometimes the ones from the UK come on late. So, but it is weird. Oh, Mart's on. Hi, Mart. But it is weird nobody's here yet. But we'll see it. Maybe they'll come on later during the time.
I read something this morning.
I'm proud of you.
It says, when one door shuts, stop banging on it. Because apparently God shut the door to keep you from going through it and getting into something you shouldn't be in. So look for a different door.
Definitely. I actually heard one once where it said if one door shuts, get a hammer and nail it shut.
Keep it shut.
Because there's a reason it's shut.
Yeah.
And when that door is shut, another door is going to open.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, is nothing more than changing the way you're seeing or looking or thinking about something.
Or changing what you're involved in.
Yes.
And
believe me, there are times
different.
if you just refuse to move or change, God will do it for you.
Yeah.
So don't think you're out there all by yourself. Huh?
Time to move on.
Well, Spirit knows that better than we do. That's for sure.
Aaron says, am I able to ask a question? Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Go for it.
Hey,
Mort.
Are they not seeing my banners going
I don't know.
across?
Are you guys involved in that hurricane at all, or is that just down in Florida?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm wondering because I know Mort's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
He's in Connecticut.
Yeah, I know that's high and far away from Florida, but
Yeah.
that hurricane. I hope it's not.
Oh,
Aaron's in Tampa.
Tampa. Ooh.
Oh, is that where the hurricane is? I
It's-
can't remember. I know
think
it's Florida.
it went through Florida.
Did it? But yeah, it went
probably
Florida.
hit Tampa. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
No, nothing.
Oh, good.
Nothing in Connecticut, so that's good.
Yeah, okay. But Erin, she must still have electricity or something. If she could get on the internet, right? I don't know where Tampa is in location to where the tornado, where the hurricane hit.
Yeah.
So she could be fine, I hope.
You just mentioned
Oh,
Catherine, and
there
here she is.
See, I said she comes out a little late. But that's okay. She
All right.
probably had
Hi,
things to
Catherine.
do. So,
It's what? It's 10:00 over there.
I can't keep track of that.
10:30.
Whenever we have people that want readings that are not here, like
Yeah.
Australia, UK, wherever, and I have to pick a date and time to do it, I tell them pick the date and time and tell me when it will be my time here. I can't
Yeah.
figure that stuff out.
Aaron says yes. It was many people on the water. I'm far enough away.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay,
Good.
so you are okay.
And
That's
so,
good.
Aaron, type in your question. All right, but
Mm-hmm.
FF joined us from Facebook or from YouTube
Oh,
and says, "Whoops, that's Catherine. Wrong one." There. Hi. What advice do you guys have for me regarding Emmanuel right now? Emmanuel is in a learning curve. It's like a whole new world is going to open up or is opening up for this person. And I want to say that it's going to be, you need to give space and room and let that person learn on their own. Not to say you have to cut them out or be cut out of their life, but you need to allow that person to experience and learn. And I would say keep things loose. In other words, don't try to pin him down because you really have no control over him at this time. So, what do you say?
what I was going to say was you stay on your path, stay strong, don't lean, don't bend, don't be flexible with your values and thoughts. And if he comes around, great. If he don't, you're going to know real quick.
Yeah.
And then it's time to say, okay, you're on that side, I'm on this side, so maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah. Catherine says it's 9:30 there.
So
So
it's
they're 8 hours ahead of us.
8 hours ahead. Okay.
So
Like I'm going to remember that, but it's good to know.
9:30. It's 9:30 on a Saturday. Remember that?
Did anybody ever see that movie? It was called
The Ringer.
The Ringer. Oh my goodness.
It's 9:00
It's-
on a Saturday.
And everybody in that movie okayed it. They didn't make fun of
Oh
them.
no.
The movie itself is about people that are disabled, kind of mentally disabled, but they did it in a respectful, humorous way, and everybody agreed to it before they did it. They made sure they didn't do anything terrible. It is one of the funniest movies out there.
Yeah.
I never heard Skip laugh so loud in a theater, and people turned around and was looking because it was embarrassing.
Hey,
He laughed.
it's their problem.
Oh my God, he laughed so loud it was terrible. But it was funny at the same time. But that what he just said came from that movie. So if you watch the movie, you'll understand his comment.
So Aaron says, let's see, how will I meet the person who I will be with, or like where?
Oh, there's so many
Now there's
open-ended things to that.
Yeah, there's so many variables. I want to tell you, be careful what you're asking for in that. And it's nothing wrong with to ask about that. But the thing is is you're asking, will I be with? Or are you
Yeah, it's
talking
not-
about for somebody you'll be with, somebody you'll have a lasting relationship with, someone who you both love
And
each
somebody who
other?
will treat her with respect and loyalty
Yeah.
and love. Yeah, you got to fine-tune that question.
So
Why am I mean, I'd love to know how
in a
old
marriage,
I would love to know how old you are because I keep getting in the 20s. I don't know why. What is about the 20s with you? Did something, if you're like 40 or 30, did something happen in the 20s? I mean, why am I hearing 20s? I would like to know that. If you're going to put out there, who will I be with and where am I going to find them? First off, it feels like you have many opportunities coming, but you've got to be willing to go out and see where they're coming from.
She's 30.
Okay, so what happened in the 20s when you were in your 20s? I'd like to know
Relationship-wise?
Yes, because with that question, I kept hearing 20s. So it's like something in the 20s. If she can tell me what happened, it may be what's causing her to be asking the questions she's asking now. I just need to understand that. I guess one of the questions I would ask you if we were sitting down together, I'd say, do you really know what you want? Do you know who you want and what you want them to look like and how you want them to treat you and what you're willing to give up or take in or be willing to do or not do? I mean, there's a lot of questions. You just can't say, who am I going to be with? Because the universe does not have a sense of humor. And not only is the white side listening, so you've got to be very specific on who it is you're going to allow to come into your life and be part of your life. And you want someone that's going to be loving and loyal and treat you with respect. And will put you before anything. That's what you want.
I want to answer that partly for me.
Okay. From a male point of view?
Aaron, there is somebody that you're going to meet by chance. He's going to say hi to you second. So you're going to be saying it first. But once you allow that person to say yes or to it, or hi to yes to the talking part, connecting with you, it's almost like it takes on a little bit of a life of its own. And I don't know why, but I keep seeing groceries in bags. So it's
food for thought.
Yeah. Anyhow, it's not bad, but it's like you could make this permanent, but you're not going to like the way he styles his hair. So that's probably about the only thing you can change on him. Okay?
I think she has more than one.
Well, there might be one before that, but or two or three of them.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah. Now, this is weird because when you were talking, I'm going to tell you the picture they gave me. And you're only 30, so you probably are going to have to go back and Google this. Go back to what Tom Jones looked like when he was in his 30s and 40s. I see a guy that looks kind of like that. There's nothing wrong with that picture. But there's somebody that has those qualities or that look or whatever. What do you call it when they have a way about them? I think that person's going to be coming into your life for a reason, whether it's for you to realize, no, I don't want that, or okay, it's another learning curve. So I'm just seeing that. So if it happens, let me know.
Yeah.
I'd like to know send me a picture.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is you getting out. And number two, the lessons you needed to learn that you hopefully took from when you're 20s, apply them now. And I think it'll be very helpful for you because I think there was the emotional, really big upset relationship-wise in your 20s. I'll put it that way.
Allison says my internet is being stupid.
Okay. Mine's always stupid.
Aaron says there's a few things that happened.
Yeah.
Yes, I finally learned that.
Well, let's hope. But you know what? Now, this is something that we've gone through this many times, but I'll tell you, when you think you finally have learned a lesson, Spirit will throw in a zinger just to see if you really have. So you've got to be prepared to be on your toes, and when those red flags go up, pay attention to them.
Debbie says, yeah, ha, 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 the universe doesn't have a sense of humor.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
So you got to be careful what you think, what you say, because the universe hears it all.
Okay, Patricia says, same question. How am I supposed to meet my partner? You said a marriage in the near future is prominent. Patricia, I don't know what you do, what your routine is, where you are, what goes on around you, but I can answer it this way. what you need to do is make sure that you get out. You don't sit at home because somebody's not going to come knocking on your door and say, "Hey, Patricia, let's have a relationship." You have to be out. You have to mix with people. Even if it's at work, you have to find somebody. So you're going to have to get out and about. And I saw groceries in a bag for Aaron. The only thing that I can tell you about how am I supposed to meet my partner, other than being out and mixing.
I'll jump in.
Go ahead.
First off, I remember seeing on Facebook that cat sewing. I think that's the cutest thing I ever saw in my life. That makes me smile. I didn't remember that being connected with Patricia, but I love that picture. Number two, it feels to me like you're going to meet this person when you least expect it. It's like a boiling kettle. A pot never boils when you watch it. It's when you step away from it and then it boils over. So you've got to become very much okay with who you are and where you are in life and how things are going, and then a new person or a new energy can come in. Because if you're constantly looking for it, it's never going to appear. So you've got to say, okay, this is my life right now. Somebody comes in, great. If not, I'm okay. And you watch, things are going to change. Things are going to change.
I can tell you this, Patricia, he wears black slacks, and they're not like, you can tell they're not $2,000 pair of slacks, but they're not $16.99 at Target. He dresses kind of nice.
Oh, that's nice. As far as Aaron goes, maybe the guy she's going to meet owns a grocery store. Don't know.
I would look for black slacks, but getting out is absolutely the most important thing.
You've got to get out and be okay and have fun with whatever you are doing or whoever you're with, and not go out looking for someone, because that person won't show up. You have to quit looking and let it come to you, but be open for it coming to you. Don't have walls up, and don't pay attention to signs. And if somebody looks at you and smiles, smile back. You got to be looking without looking, if that makes sense.
Patricia, he has a smile. Forget everything else on the face, but the lips and the cheeks and the jaw, the chin and the smile reminds me of watching Elvis smile when he was younger. Yes, and black slacks.
Nothing wrong with that one either.
So that's the best I can tell you to watch for.
I want pictures.
Debbie, let's see, I read that. Oh, Catherine. Put it on the screen.
I've got a good joke for Catherine today.
Oh, my siblings are doing my head in. I spend every Saturday taking my disabled brother out for the day till 12 to 7. And they say, "Your problem, not ours, so depressing." I don't mind giving him a day out. It's not easy when you get negative Nellies putting you down. But thanks for your time and energy. Sorry for the negative post. It's not negative.
No, it's not negative.
And we've been through that ourselves with relatives. So, and I'll leave that at that. But I want to say this.
What are they saying is her problem? The fact that she has to do it?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to do it?
It's your problem, not ours. They don't want to take care of or do anything with their brother.
Wait a minute. Let me read that again.
But I say that you are doing the right thing if that's what you feel you need to do for you and for him. And know that you'll get your rewards later on. Just is the easiest way to say it.
You're going to have to come with terms. Either be okay with taking care of him or be okay with not taking care of him. Because you're going to be doing this all by yourself on that Saturday, okay? I know where you're coming from, but it's gonna make you sick if you don't just decide to say, okay, Saturdays I'm going to take care of him and that's it. If you don't want to, and you're doing it because you think you have to from guilt, then you need to sit down and have a talk with yourself and say, is this something I really need to do? You didn't sign a paper when you came in and said you'd take care of your disabled brother on Saturday. That's not your issue. there are plenty of other ways to get that brother out for a day without you having to do it if you don't want to. So don't be afraid to take a different road or a different way to do it. I mean, there was when I had my mom and dad, I literally paid someone to come in for some hours to give me a break. And so I didn't feel bad about it. I knew I needed some time. And so if you're not happy doing this, and like every Saturday comes and you're going, oh, geez, 2 days till Saturday. And then if you're not wanting to happily do this, then find some other way to get that problem accomplished. Either your brother pays for someone to take him out, or you guys all get together and pay somebody to take him out, but you don't have to be the one to do it if you don't want to be.
That's right.
Don't think you're stuck.
But I can tell you this. The fact that you even think about doing it, let alone doing it, and take the step and make the sacrifice out of your time and everything to do it, you will get rewards back. Trust me.
Yes. I mean, it's not going without Spirit seeing what you're doing.
Yep.
At the same time, this is your life. And so don't put your life on hold if you have the financial opportunity to have somebody else help you. Because apparently he just needs a day out. Doesn't mean he needs a day out with her.
Yeah.
Or once a month. Don't do it. Let somebody else do it.
She says it's not so bad. He's in a nursing home. I'm just sick of my siblings. They don't even want to help. Yeah,
they aren't gonna.
We've been there.
Families,
trust me.
Believe me, there could be 15 kids, and it's going to come down to one kid.
Yep.
Honest to God, and it's sad. But
she says true words. Yes.
Yeah. So you either got to be okay with it, or you got to find a way to get around it so that he gets his time out. And if you don't want to be the one to do it, don't feel guilty about it. Just find another way to let him have his time out.
Okay, I want to say a couple things. Another Linda joined us. Elaine is with us.
Oh, good. I hope you're feeling better.
And I'll get back to your questions. You can ask a question. Instead of saying, anything for me or whatever, give us a question, something we can really tune in on and try and get more specific for you.
Yeah, try not a general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a lot more fun that way. We can do the general, but...
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh, there's another Elaine on here.
Yeah, Elaine. Oh, okay. Oh, we haven't seen her for a long time.
No.
Yeah.
Here we are. Michelle, yes, give us a question. It works better. But how are you doing? We miss you.
Yeah.
So give us a question, and we'd love to answer the questions, okay? Allison lost her internet for 10 minutes. Elaine F.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You got to go back up to Patricia.
Patricia.
She says, I've been told by multiple psychics that I will marry a widower.
Nah, no.
Well, you know what? If you do, you do, but I don't see that.
This person leads a quiet, personal, private life is a better word, private. And I don't see a widower. I
don't either, but that doesn't mean that they're wrong or we're right and they're wrong or we're wrong. It just means that's what they got at the time. I'm not feeling that. Because that to me would, no. Well,
just watch for the Elvis smile. You'll see it.
And if he is
that one side of the mouth.
I mean, it's not bad if he is. It's just that I'm thinking if you married a widower, he's going to come with some baggage.
Yeah.
And you better check all the suitcases.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
On to Elaine. Any question or any changes coming for me this fall / winter? More like very late fall and into midwinter. There's changes. And what you're going to find is that family, close friends, and people all come back. And they all come back into your life. And they all want you to help. They want you to do. They want you to fix things or give them their advice or that kind of thing. And what I tell you is don't be afraid to step up to the plate and do it. Because there'll be benefits in there for you. But at the same time, you're going to be discovering some new things that you're not usually into.
You know, it's kind of funny that Allison said, or Aaron, who was it that lost their, Scorpio, Allison, right?
Allison.
Yeah, she said, I'll catch the replay, see what I missed. But it's funny, she said she didn't want to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And so the internet just said, okay, fine. Get you off. You might want to think about that.
What do you got for Elaine? Anything you want to say?
Oh, I was thinking of, wait a minute, any changes coming? Yeah, I think there are some changes coming, and for me, I'm feeling it's more in the health department. I don't think it's bad health. I think you've got some changes coming to your health, and it doesn't feel bad to me. So that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Where was the part that Elaine said something about the sciatica is calming down? I didn't get to read the rest.
It's down here a little further. I got to work my way down the list here of all these things.
I thought I missed it. Okay.
Allison, she said, I would like to know today if there are any messages that Spirit wants to tell me.
Hang on. I'm waiting.
See, this is different than having a question we can zero right in on. So we're listening, and what can they give us to tell you?
Well, not only that, we're having to tune into how we feel, what we hear,
right,
what we sense, and so we're having to figure it out. So what does Spirit want you to? Well, I'll tell you, this is what I'm getting, and it's very short. He's wanting you to start loving yourself, quit beating yourself up, and he also wants you to start believing in yourself, because I think you question yourself on a lot of stuff. And I think you need to be more grounded, more into standing on your own 2 feet and being okay with it and knowing it's okay to think and feel the way you do. And when you do, you'll become much calmer, and I think you will be more resilient to people that are not as in the same frame of thinking as you, and you'll be able to handle it better.
And what I want to say, Allison, is let the shields down.
Well, yeah, it's part
okay
of being more...
It's okay to feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because that brings more into your life, or you let more into your life that you can be involved with and enjoy life instead of just survive.
And I'll tell you, a lot of those walls you've put up and the way you're feeling, and you have that stinger that stings, I think that came back from your childhood around 5 or so. And I think you had a reason for doing it then, but you have decided, okay, I'm going to hurt people before they can hurt me. As a way of being in survival, of being protected. Mm-hmm. And so you need to understand when you need to do that and when you don't.
Yes.
That feels right to me.
Okay. FF wants to know why are me and Emmanuel not speaking right now? Because he's on a very selfish kick. And it's all about him. And if you don't fit into it or give him the things he needs enough, he's going to look elsewhere, and he's lost kind of in that. That's giving you the quick and easy version of that one. What do you say?
The words I heard was he's not that much into you. So he's got other things going on, or his mind's in another direction.
Patricia says, I work at home and customers come in.
That's cool.
Okay. So it's not work then. It's in personal time is a better way to say it. This person, all I'm going to say is you will find that this person fits right into your lifestyle with his lifestyle.
But you see customers coming in. He may not be a customer. She might meet him in the grocery store. She might meet him going out to McDonald's. She might meet him at a friend's house.
Stopping at a restaurant in a bowling alley.
You could be in a car driving down the road, and he's in the car next to you, or he's walking up the street, or you got to be open to how Spirit's going to bring this guy to you. You will not know how. You've got to just take off the blinders and be ready.
Patricia says, thank you so much.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Debbie says, Chuck and I live close to the largest populated U.S. military base there is. I have felt somewhat uneasy the last few months, like it might be target if things escalate. What do you feel about that?
I'm with you. I would have locks on the doors. I'd have guns in the house, and I'd be prepared. That's where I am in this life right now.
Call you Annie Oakley.
No, but I mean, with what's going on, they'd be crazy not to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And if she's feeling it, she's very psychic. She's a good astrologer. If she's feeling it, there's something to pay attention to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let me just say this, Debbie. I think there's like a 55% chance that something could happen. There's a lot of could it or will it happen? There's a lot of things behind that to have to go on that exact spot where you're talking about. But I'm with her. I would just be prepared.
Yes.
I don't see it as actually happening. I'm just seeing there's a good possibility that that could be one of the targets.
And I wouldn't wait till there's an inkling. I'd get myself prepared. I'd get some food in the house, some extra water.
Yeah, toilet paper.
I'd get everything I need just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're prepared and it don't happen, that's great. But if it does, you'll be much better off.
Allison says, I want a man too, like Patricia's. I'm changing my question, LOL. Elaine's got a good question. The other Elaine, she says, how long will it take my sciatica to settle down so I can resume my normal life?
That's such a... It depends on how she moves. If she don't tweak it again. Sciatica, it can take a month or more. Depending on how bad it was injured. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you that it's not going to settle down. It's going to get less, but it's not going to settle down until you see an osteopathic physician.
Oh.
Now, I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, can't prescribe, so now I'm legal. But you need to see an osteopathic physician and get the proper treatment for it, not just an emergency room doctor or somebody you see in urgent care or this and that. You need to, and if you want one, we can tell her one.
We can?
Yeah. The person that we both go to for your back surgery that you just had.
He's not osteopathic.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
I'll
look that up.
Look that up. Trust me,
but he's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, sciatica, you can get better and then you'll tweak it by just turning. So it'll settle down if the more careful and cautious you are the way you move and get up and turn and twist. But I think you do need to see, I'm with you. You need to see somebody to find out why it happened.
Allison says, what's my future man look like? I keep seeing twos. 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 eyebrows, 2 eyelids, 2 nostrils, 2 lips. No, I'm joking. I can't tell you.
I'll tell you. You will know.
I don't get it.
You will know when you see him. While I'm telling you that, I'm seeing jeans, blue jeans, and like cowboy boots and broad shoulders. I'm seeing that. So, and he's not short. He's maybe 6'1", 6'2".
Cowboy boots, huh?
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm not getting a face. He's just giving me the body.
Let's see. Where am I? Catherine says, perfect words. Thank you. So you're
Pay
welcome.
Pay attention to him, Catherine. My heart's with you.
Elaine says, yes, she is better.
Good.
So.
Good. Just don't overdo and be careful how you sit and how you twist, how you turn, how you pick something up.
Yeah.
And keep the ice packs handy.
Hold on a second. I got to check something down here. No. Okay. Let me go back up to here. Where did I see that?
I don't know what you're doing.
Just a second. Just give me a second. On the zingers, then we got to go back down. There it is. Michelle didn't give us a specific question.
Oh.
Michelle, we like to do specific questions on the radio because we can get into zero in on things real direct and easy. I'm just going to say this. You need to check your surroundings. You need to check the people that are around you. You need to check the people that you let in, the people you let in close, and just the words check your surroundings. You got anything?
I did. It just went right out of my mind. Hang on a minute.
You have to remember, Michelle, you cannot live everybody's life from all of their input.
If it comes back, I'll say it.
You get too much input. I don't know what you're doing, but there's just too much input.
I can't. It's gone. Apparently,
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to say it, even though I got it.
Okay, so Linda has a question. It says, should I go for the Pisces man?
Pisces
or,
man, I think.
Oh, Pisces man or the Leo man? I'm also a Leo. If it's too much to read, I'm fine with a general love reading. No, I think you should go with the Pisces man because that would be a much better fit than another Leo. And I don't know anything about astrology to
I'm
answer
not so
that.
sure she should go. Pisces are very sensitive and emotional and can have ups and downs. You know that. I'm a
Yeah.
Pisces. Being a Leo, if she's a Leo, she's got to have great hair. I know that already because she's a Leo. But she's very, don't take this the wrong way, but this is what they all say about Leos. You like to be in the spotlight. And now by saying that, I mean you'd like to know that people know you're there. Not necessarily, oh, I'm a star, that kind of spotlight. But I mean, so you're going to have to go or find a man that's okay to be in the background and not so much number one. Doesn't mean he's sub you, but it's like he's not going to be in competition with you. So a Pisces man, you know, they're very psychic, they're very intuitive, they're very emotional, they're empathic. They can be dreamy. They may not have the same goals as you or feel that like what you think is important is really important at that time. Each guy's different depending on what his ascendant is and what other things are in his chart. But I definitely would check that all out before I get go head and heels in for any sign. I would find out the good and bad about any sign and see if it's going to work with you.
I think Leo and Pisces are a good mix. I don't know that because I don't know astrology, but
Okay,
it just
now-
feels like Pisces would work better for her.
But be a Pisces with a Leo. A Leo can sometimes say things in a hurtful way, not meaning to. It's just the way they are.
Yeah.
And with a Pisces being a sensitive sign, that could cause all kinds of issues. So I'm not so sure.
But a Leo male, will always want to be first. Will always want the attention because it naturally comes to him.
It's not that he wants it; it's just there.
It's
it's
right.
there.
It comes to him, and he's
Yeah.
expecting it.
Well,
He's used to it.
I don't know if he expects it, but he doesn't shy away from it. I'll put it that way. But Debbie could probably answer that better than we can with the astrology end of it. But there again, every chart's different. So you can't just take the sun sign and say, is this going to work? I would look into all aspects of what other signs he has in his family part of his chart, in the home part of his chart. See what his issues are, see if they're going to mix with yours or not. Or, you're going to need someone that's going to stand on their own 2 feet and be okay with who they are and not have to lean on you for support. Because I don't think you would like that. I think you need somebody that's got their feet anchored in the ground just as much as you do. And they're very strong on their own, but you mingle the leaves to make a really good relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Linda says she's having digestive problems. Any word on what the problem is? You are like borderline IBS. So whatever would treat IBS, like a natural remedy, a store-bought remedy type thing, look that up. But you are like just over the border on being IBS. So you're just barely IBS.
It feels to me it could be a medication too.
Yeah, it could be. That could be causing it.
Yeah, I'll talk to my doctor about it and see if that could be caused from a medication or if there's a medication that would help that.
Yeah. Buy a lot of Pepto-Bismol. Take one in the car, one at home. It'll help. It'll help settle it down.
Talk to your doctor for
Sure, absolutely, talk to your doctor. Yeah, but buy Pepto-Bismol. Aaron says, "Oh,
go ahead."
Aaron says, same question as Elaine. Any changes for me this fall/winter? You have little changes in spurts, like little bits of data every so often, and it's like they're nothing major, but there's just little changes. And changes, I don't really see it as changes. I see it as little things pop up to deal with. What do you say?
I'm saying, for some reason, they got me on the health kick today. I feel my left ear is going to be clogged and feel hurting. I think you're going to be susceptible to sinus or cold issues, so you need to take care and be careful of that. And take care of them, because if you think it'll just go away, it may not. Okay?
Okay, Lindsay's with us. Hey, Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay!
She says Sha'ron had mentioned I'm meeting someone soon, or Sharon, our friend Sharon.
Oh,
I don't know
Sharon.
which one.
Okay.
Do you have any insight into who, where, and when? Chicago. That's the where. When?
Yeah, well, you know, how do I want to say
It's work
this?
related. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it might be work related.
You might be introduced to him by somebody that's at work.
I'm not so sure.
I'm not saying he works
I'm not
there.
so sure it's Chicago, or if it is Chicago, he doesn't live there.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
But yeah, I kind of whether I'm the one that said it or Sharon said it, I don't know which one you're talking about. I think that, yes, it's going to happen soon, but the whole thing is you got to be open for it. You know, your mind has to be in the right place, and you've got to put yourself on the front burner and say, okay, I'm ready. Let it happen, and realize you're just going to have fun. If it goes somewhere else deeper, that's great. But start out with just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says you are looking healthy. Hope you're feeling good.
I'm feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've still got a couple little things we're dealing with, but I'm feeling much better. So thank you for that.
And Allison says that when she said it was too much work, she was referring to what I said about doing the Bigfoot sighting live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish we could, because I've actually thought about
We have talked
different
about
ways,
it. We have, but
we did get a new tool.
we did, but there's no way you can.
No.
If there's no internet connection or
Right.
there's no way to do it unless we just did it and put it out later.
Yeah, but that's
You could do that,
yeah.
but it wouldn't be live.
But I don't want to stand there and operate a camera. I want to be part of things and watch the little lights in the sky zipping around and listen for the sounds. And anyhow, too much work for him. Yes. Let's see. Diana.
I'm going to say we would have to have a camera crew.
Oh, yeah.
Like they do on shows.
Sure.
We'd have to have a camera crew that wanted to do nothing more than go around with the mic and the camera and because
And
we couldn't do it all. It wouldn't be any fun.
We got a night vision scope, an infrared night vision goggles.
Yes, I just got it.
And last night,
We're
and
gonna
then
try
we got to remember to take our baseball bat to pound
Yes,
on the
I'm
tree.
going to pound on a
stumps.
tree this time. I keep saying it, and I leave the
Yep.
bat at home. I'm going to pound on a tree. Yes, I am.
Linda, or no, where am I? Oh, Diana is with us.
Oh,
She says hello.
hello.
Hi, Diana. Tell us where you're at, because we're just curious where people are when they check in.
Yeah,
Mart
Scorpios.
says, Linda, I'm a Pisces. LOL.
And that must be why. See, Mort has a soft energy.
Oh, yeah.
He has a caring, empathetic, soft energy, and that's why I like him. Now I know he's a Pisces. I understand that even more. So
Hey, Mort, I just picked something up.
Pisces men could be very loving and compassionate, and really know how you feel and want to make you feel better too. So that's the good side. That's the good side.
Mort, I want to tell you, you need to take a chance. The word chance. You will win something, whether it's not a scratch ticket. Well, it could be a scratch ticket. I don't think it is. Bingo, at a casino, lottery, whatever. It's like there's winning, the word winning.
Cool.
And Allison says, you're right, Sha'ron.
Okay. I don't know on what, but
and
wasn't
Helen-
me in the first place. It was spirit, but okay. Thank you.
Helen is with us. She says, hi, do you see my ex coming back to me?
You know, that's funny how you read a sentence. Like you read it that way. When I read it, I went, how do you see my ex coming back to me?
Oh,
And I jokingly in my mind, I said, in a box. But it was me being joking in my mind. But
high.
it's funny how you say things.
but you said you saw it as how, and it's high.
No, I said, no, I meant, I read it as high.
How do
Yeah,
you
you're
see?
right. I did see it as how. Well, see, I'm not well.
No, not without a whole lot of involvement from
You
you.
know-
And even then, it's like, why? It's work. Why do you
Remember-
want to go through that?
Remember, he's an ex. Remember why he's an ex.
Remember what I said earlier? She probably didn't hear it. But when one door closes,
Nail that
stop
baby.
banging on the damn thing, because God shut it, because
Yeah.
you're not supposed to go
Nail
through that
it
door.
shut.
That's right. So think about it. You can always choose another door.
Now, that doesn't mean there are options. I mean, certain people that can get divorced and get back together and have a happy marriage. It does happen. But there's got to be a lot of changes made with each person for them to be able to do that. They can't go back the way each of them were and expect the same result not to be the same.
Yeah.
So if there's growth from him and growth from you, I could see it happening. But I don't think it will, and I think you need to remember the person you marry is not the one you divorce. So remember why he's an ex.
Josie got a question. She says, I just found out my longtime friend Susan passed away yesterday. I didn't get to say goodbye, so how soon does the person who crosses over may be able to hear from them? So
well,
you can answer that.
It depends on how spiritual they were on this side. If they truly were a spiritual being and believed that when they move on, they go to another dimension, that they're not just dead, the lights are out and everything's gone, where they have to learn that over there, that's not the way it is. If they hit the ground running, they can come through fairly quickly, like even, it could happen today even. Mm-hmm. But most people have to go over and they have to learn what happened and go through the life review and see what they did or didn't do and feel what they caused and what they should have caused, the happiness and the sorrow. And they have to learn about things. So most people correct me if I'm wrong, but usually it's about 3 months or more, isn't it, before they can really able to communicate. On the average, yes. Yeah, but there are people who are just boom, hit the ground running and can communicate really well. But so not knowing how she was, that's the best answer I can give.
And Josie, I will say this: Susan saw this coming. She was not willing to accept the reality of it. She might have played a good game and showed people this, but she had things that showed that this was coming. She refused to look at them, and she's angry now. So that's the first thing she's going to work on is the anger and the fact that how it happened and why.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll be a little bit before you hear from her.
Let's see. Tammy Widrick, she says, hi, will I meet someone in the romance area?
I don't know, will you? It depends on whether they get out of the house, if they're open to it, if they, whether they take their boundaries and take the walls down so somebody could come in. I mean, there's so many things that have to go on for that to happen. If I had to say yes or no, I'd say yeah. The possibility's out there that you very easily could meet someone, but you're going to have to be open to it and give it a chance and let the walls down and say, okay, to have a good, loving relationship, I'm going to have to be able to put my heart out there and maybe have it broken again. You can't love without putting your heart out there. So
see, I just did what you did. I read it as, how will I meet someone in the romance area?
Well, it happens. It happens.
But it's not how. She said hi.
Yeah, I know, but there you go.
Yes, yeah. And weird. She said, anytime soon, please.
And see, sometimes Spirit will make us see a certain way because we're supposed to answer it a certain way. But
Tammy, I don't see anything like this going on until like mid-spring.
I was going to say February or March. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mid-spring. Yeah. That's when you should seriously keep your eyes open and watch.
Just in general, a lot of people ask this question. And if you're willing to sit down and really think about things and say, why am I here like this now? What happened in my past that made me build a wall? What happened in my past that I'm saying, I'm not going to put myself out there anymore? And deal with what happened and see it for what it is and grow from it and realize you don't need to give your power away to be in a relationship. You keep that power. And if you start seeing red flags, then you shut the door. You don't just open that door and give them the key. You keep the key. And when you learn to do that, then you're more apt to go out and open the door and say, okay, what's out there? Knowing you very well can go back in and lock that door and be safe. So if you'll just do the work, you can go out with a much more positive and confident attitude, and it's going to resonate with other energies that are alike yours, and it's going to be a good time.
Debbie and Elaine both said thanks. You're both welcome.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Diana says, I want the right man in my life, LOL. Good.
First, she has to figure out, what does she mean by right man?
Yeah.
Pros and cons, make a list. When there's a new moon, go outside at night at the new moon and read what you're wanting, because that's the time to manifest. If you're wanting a tall, dark man that is loving, supportive, can really feel things and make you happy, put all that down on paper. But write down the cons of things you don't want too, so you don't go out there and say, I want a guy that's really a workaholic and just wants to make the whole world a better place, because he's going to leave you at home alone a lot.
Yeah.
So you got to be clear on what the right man is.
Okay, Michelle, she says, I'd love to see what my man I'm meant to be with looks like, and when, please, and thank you. When you meet somebody, you're going to need to be really on the ball here, because you're going to all of a sudden meet several people. I think about 4 people, and you're going to be having to sift through or sort through who and for what type thing. And I'm something just tells me that you're going to be confused about it. So when you get down to where you can figure 2 different people, I want you to come back and ask me that question. But what I will tell you, and I don't know why I'm going to say it, I see pigs. And like the guy likes pork, maybe he's a pig farmer, I don't know. Or he's a butcher, who knows? I see pigs. And that sounds crazy. I've never said that before, but when it hits you, it's going to hit like all at once. And it's going to be at the most inappropriate time for you, because it's like you're going to be busy with the holidays and what's that called? Thanksgiving and Christmas and that kind of thing, and probably into Valentine's Day. So you're going to have to go through and figure those out as you go through them. But when you narrow down to 2, you tell me you give me their description or their first name, and we can zero in on that really close, a lot better.
When you asked that question, I got a picture of Joel McCrae of the old radio show Texas Rangers. So go Google him and see what he looked like. That's who I think the guy's going to look like.
Okay. Allison says, sweet, so I'll have a horse then, LOL. And B joined in from Delaware. She says, hi.
Gonna have a horse.
Michelle says, yes, I totally get that. Thank you. Sometimes I let people in and drains me. I've had to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you are very empathic, so you pick up everybody else's stuff, but you give your power away, and you don't do that.
Diana asked Mort if he's a Pisces, and he said, yes, I am.
Yes, he is.
And Kim has joined in. She says, hi, do you see anything changes for me this fall? No. You're not having any changes until probably late May to June. And it's like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do these other things now. It's summer, and it's like, too bad. You're going to have to deal with them at that time. That's when you can expect a lot of changes. Work, friends, family, surroundings, people you're involved with, activities that you do. A whole lot of changes. Probably more than anybody I've said this to today about changes. What do you say?
What I'm seeing is through the end of the year, and maybe into the first of all the way through February, March, I believe you're going to be making some changes in your spiritual thinking, your spiritual beliefs, and the way you handle your life spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
All for the good.
Michelle says she was with a Leo years ago, and it doesn't work. You're right. They are blunt and don't care about how they come across with words in a Pisces. And she's a Pisces.
Yeah. I mean, it's just them. It's not that they're... I mean, if they wanted to learn a more soft way of doing it, I suppose they could, but that's a Leo.
Yeah.
You know, a Leo roars, and so you have to expect that. They're going to protect their pride. Mm-hmm. They're going to protect their mate, and they are alpha male, you know? Yeah.
Linda says, thank you guys. XO, love you guys. Thanks, Linda. We
thanks.
appreciate you guys coming on with your questions.
Thanks.
Allison says, you're definitely right about what you said about Leos saying hurtful things. That is all that comes out of my stepmother's mouth. I think she's got more than Leo going
Well,
on there.
she's got some jealousy issues and some hurt that she sees you getting treated or being given things that she didn't, and it ticks her off.
Wow.
And I think she's got issues that she hasn't talked about, and she throws them out on you because it's like you're living the life she wanted or you're getting the things she didn't get. There's something there about that. So, bless her, release her, and you can't fix it. They have to fix themselves.
Debbie,
Just don't let them get under your skin. I know that's easy to do and hard not to. But if you can, remember it's their issue. It's not yours.
Debbie,
And quit stepping in and allowing her to give those words,
Debbie says she was wrong. It's not the largest military base by populations. It's only 65,000. But the land size is the third largest base in the world.
Well,
Damn.
to me, the whole key word there is military base.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, those are very scary places to be. Yeah.
Catherine says, I've seen the doctor for 4 years.
Catherine or Cindy?
Oh, Cindy. How did I see Catherine there? Cindy, she says, I've seen doctor for 4 years. For my left knee, it swells and it's painful at times. Can you see the cause? Torn meniscus and chipped bone. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's something going on. I don't get that. All I heard was Dr. Karras. I think she needs to go to a knee doctor and have x-rays, whatever they do, and he can very well tell you. You could have some water on the knee, too. That they could drain off, but I think it's time to see. Maybe the doctor you're going to is not the right one. Believe me, I've been through a lot of doctors till you find the right one. Don't be afraid to go to another one. I can't remember where you are. Is she on this side of the mountain or on the other?
I don't know.
I can't remember. So don't be afraid to go get a second opinion or go to another doctor.
Yeah. Linda
I think there is an answer. I don't think you found the right one that knows what's really wrong.
Linda says she'll do some research. She doesn't take any meds, and she's tried over-the-counter things for her stomach.
Okay. Well, I'm glad the meds are not that. Okay, good.
Diana's in Northern California.
It could be nothing more than stress or acid reflux or any of that stuff, but we're not doctors and we can't prescribe. You should go to a doctor.
Diana's in Northern California. She says, Mort is very sweet.
He is.
Mort said, cool, thank you.
He's a very nice man. I mean, if we lived close to him, I would be a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
You need to move out to Washington, Mort.
Or we need to move back east.
Oh, no. Scorpio Allison, she says, I will let you know what you were right on. I can't remember either, LOL.
Oh, okay.
Josie says, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. And Skip, you're saying that she was angry about her situation makes a lot of sense. You two are so insightful.
It's not
thanks.
us. It's spirit. We're just the
right.
telephone. We're just the telephone.
Diana, you're welcome.
Thank you for letting us hear it correctly. Yeah.
Michelle says, oh, God, I don't like pork. That's okay.
Maybe he's Jewish.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Mango Manda.
I don't know. Oh,
Mango Manda.
It's coming back to me now. Didn't you say something about you saw pigs?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just going to say maybe that's a red flag if he orders pork all the time.
Mango Manda.
Oh, that's different.
She says, hi, will I work past this almost year-long crush I have?
Oh, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, well, you will work past it, but it's not going to go right away. You're still going to hold on to this for a while, on and off, even after that.
I don't think not until somebody else comes in and takes your mind off of it will she work past it. You've got to quit seeing them or being in the same area as him, or if it's like there's a person a long time ago that actually had a crush on a doctor and they had to quit going to that doctor. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to change your environment and who you're around, and over time it will lessen because somebody else will come in and take your mind off of it. I wouldn't give up trying, but you've got to change what you do.
Ashley says, good afternoon. Do you have any messages for my husband, Alex, or me? We prefer to have specific questions. Okay. We can zero in on those and give you much more definitive answers.
And since you said that, if Alex is asking, is there something Alex is worried about or wants to hear from or something?
Yeah.
It makes it easier for us.
What I keep picking up is only on Alex, and it's that there's looking for something. are trying to figure out what, how, when, why. There's like this, I need, and so he needs to know. So that's the best I can tell you on that.
And what I can what's coming to me, it's like he's got some stomach issues or something. It's like he's stressed, that kind of issue, So he needs to either like you said, get an answer or understand what he's so upset about and deal with it, or let it go.
Michelle, I also want to tell you, she says he's very handsome. She just looked at Joel.
Yeah, he is.
But Michelle, I want to tell you, don't think that he raises pigs or he's a butcher or he eats a lot of pork or whatever. It could be that he drives a race car and the theme of it is Miss Piggy. I mean, it's pig.
Or maybe
pigs.
Jimmy Dean Sausage sponsors them.
Yeah, it might be a salesman for it. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Ashley,
see, that's where you got to be open and not tunnel vision of what you think pork is. That's part of the message. You got to take the blinders off and let it come in however it comes in.
That's right. June says, September was rough. What do you see for me the coming months?
Rough how?
Give us specifics, you guys. It's easier, and we can be better
Them,
defined.
see, it's not that they're not. It's
I
just
know.
that she, in her mind, she knows what she's making reference to.
Yeah, it's very broad or very general. But
I mean, was it rough in the way of finances, your health, job? I mean, there's so many ways it could have been rough, and it might have been rough in all of them. But in reference to that, without knowing anything else, I think you've got at least 6 more months before things smooth out.
Yeah. Well, Cindy's in Edmonds. Cindy Johnson.
But then I definitely would find another doctor.
Yeah.
And if she goes to a sports doctor, I would try. Well, sports doctors are good. I know that. But there again, either go in and talk and say, we need to figure something else out, or is there other things I can do for you to see what's wrong, or should I go see somebody else? Don't be afraid to say that.
June, also, you're not through the rough patch completely yet. It's going to be a little bit.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm
sporadic.
Laughing at what Wendy said up there.
It's going to be a little more sporadic that things happen, and as far as the rough that you're referring to. So just hang in there, and it'll get easier or less as you go on.
Yeah, in about 6 months.
Yeah, Allison says you nailed it again. She's always been jealous. I love my birth mother more than her.
And that's okay. And that could be one of her issues, but that's okay. Wendy said Leos are cats and Pisces are fish.
Yeah.
Right there tells you a lot, doesn't it? Cats eat fish.
Yeah, but I think that Leos and Pisces get along well.
But having said that, my son's a Leo, and I'm a Pisces. We get along pretty well, but there have been times his Leo has come out, and it did kind of throw me back a little. So I don't think it would be the best connection for a marriage. I think although we didn't really have any issues with growing up together, but I was the mother then. If you're just a spouse, it might have a different connotation.
Cindy says, thanks, I've been misdiagnosed. I go to UW Sports Medicine and already had surgery for a torn meniscus.
I think you're still not understanding correctly what's going on.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think you need to go to see somebody that has got a reputation or something behind them that they know what they're doing.
I wish she lived closer to us here in Federal Way, because the doctor that did both of my knee replacements,
Dr. Kiris,
was awesome. Yes.
He was actually voted the number one whatever they call them,
osteopathic surgeon.
Whatever they are for the bones. Yeah. But yeah, so it might be worth a trip to come to see him just to find out what he says. I mean, he's very straightforward, and he'll tell you.
Very, very good energy too.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
And this other Cindy says, will our brother, age 71, born and raised in Tacoma, move back to Tacoma from Florida? No. Not
at this time.
He likes where he's at. Yeah, it's going to have a total life change to force him to move back.
Yeah, well,
I don't see it happening.
Well, I never say never, but that's because I'm a Pisces. But right at this moment, I know it's been probably talked about or thought about, but I don't see it happening right now. That doesn't mean something could change tomorrow and he says I'm there. But at this particular moment, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But I think it's been thought about. I think it's in his head. Yeah.
Debbie says there's 50 dead and 3 million people without power from the hurricane.
God dang.
Wow. And Ashley.
Oh, I thought 50. I thought 3 million dead. 50. Well, 50. One's too many, but 50. Oh, my gosh.
Ashley says, any messages for Alex from his best friend,
There
Derek?
you go.
We're going to visit Derek's grandma tomorrow.
Now, is Derek here or has he passed on? See, that's what I'm asking. Because I'm not so sure if he's here.
No, he's passed on.
No, he's passed on. Okay. Because that's what it felt like to me.
You know, a couple things, Ashley. Tell his grandma about the little, I've got my hands here so she can see, like that, like about 3 inches, 4 inches, the little things that she made. It's almost like, you know, with creme brulee you get, it's in that little container.
Little ramekins, it's called.
Yeah, and it could be it's baked. That's all I can tell you about him reminiscing and wanting to tell her this. And then also, you're going to want, he wants, oh God, how do I say this? He wants you to tell her that she's going to have to deal with things differently from now on. And I think somebody's giving her some dumb information. It's like they're trying to get her to agree to do what they want and they need.
Is that a relative?
Yes. And it needs to be, no.
Like sell this and move in or,
Yeah, I think somebody's pushing her to do something.
Yeah.
So.
And should she?
Hell no.
Okay.
Not in a pig's eye.
It is 2:30.
Pigs again today. Holy cow.
It's 2:30
hour and a half.
And we have a reading at 3 and we still have to do the jokes.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what.
Well, there was something underneath there. I didn't get to read it because you...
Underneath where?
Back with the... Oh, thanks. I only see him at one place, so it's not like I'd be hard to go other place. Yeah, good. Good. Quit going to that one place if you can. I mean, not just... You got to get them out of your sight, out of your thinking, out of your,
It's time for Sha'ron's Joke of the Week.
All right. Here we are. Yet one more time. Lay the levity on us.
Well, okay. There was this woman. She went to the supermarket and she stole some food. And they saw her. They caught her. And they took her in, called the cops. Cops came and got her, took her downtown, said, you're going to have to be arraigned in front of the judge, so you're going to have to wait to sell. And she goes, okay. So judge comes in. They call her out. They bring her in front of the judge. The judge says, what'd you do? She says, I stole a can of peaches. He says, why'd you do that? She said, I was hungry. I left my wallet home and I was hungry, so I just took a can of peaches. So the judge goes, well, how many peaches were in that can? And she says, 9. She says, very snottily, 9. Why do you have to know that? And he says, well, I'm going to give you 1 day in jail for every peach you ate. So there was 9 peaches, so I'm giving you 9 days in jail. And he takes the gavel and he starts to hit it down to make it official. And the woman's husband was in the crowd, raised his hand and said, Your Honor, can I come up and say something? And the judge went, sure. So he comes up and he says, what is it you want to say, sir? And the husband goes, well, she also took a large can of peas. Now, for those that haven't got that
yet. All right.
For those that haven't got that yet, 9 days for 9 peaches. So if a can of peas, there's a lot of peas in a can. So there you go. So... shoot.
That's it?
Anyway, no.
Oh.
This is for Catherine if she's still on.
You have Crystal's a laughing face, and Cindy says, love that. Wendy says, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know why? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta say this right. Joey told me this one last night. Do you know why Irishmen only put 239 beans in their chili?
Oh, no. I actually, yes, but they don't know.
They do it because if they put one more bean, it would be too farty.
Too
But,
fired.
Yeah, if they did 239, they
Yep.
put there one more to be too farty.
Yeah, Catherine would understand that.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to give you on that one too.
okay, and this is my last one. I got two others, but this is my last one. Speaking about beans, do you know why James Bond does not fart in bed?
No, why?
He'd blow his covers. Blow his cover, get it? Think about it. Blow his cover. In bed. Get it? Did you get that one?
Yeah.
All righty then.
And the comments are coming in. Crystal gives you a thumbs up. Diana says cute jokes.
Did you hear about the chocolate record player?
The chocolate
Yeah.
in the record player?
No, it's a record player made out of chocolate.
No.
It was so sweet. That's all, folks.
Okay.
That's all she wrote.
With that,
We're on the last rung of the ladder, so it's time to.
Diana says LMAO.
Oh, bless you.
All right, you guys, thanks for all the questions. Thanks for tuning in, spending time with us.
That was a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. And remember, go to our website at psychicspectrum.com. We do almost everything that we do is live in person and online.
Except for
So you can join in except for just one thing. So, as our theme song says, though,
what a wonderful world. Love you, Mom and Dad.
you guys have a good weekend.